The views and opinions of the guests on the WYLEANER show are those of the guests and are not necessarily the views and opinions of the hostess WYLEANER and or her co-host.
WYLEANER, 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 WYLEANER. The queen of Las Vegas, she's above and beyond. The queen, WYLEANER. The queen of Las Vegas from a radiant voice, shines the brightest beam, a sparkling personality. She's always dealing with reality. With love she imparts her songs of the heart. She knows that food for thought will make you grow. Come on and find out what you need to know. 'Cause learning is the golden mode, where the rubber meets the road. From Las Vegas, the WYLEANER Show.
You know what? I'll tell you what, you better ask somebody. Boy, I tell you, this is a day and a half. We are relaunching the WYLEANER show, and it is going to be an exciting thrill of a trip for you. So I tell you what you do. Get on the bandwagon. Get on the bandwagon because the rubber is going to meet the road right here on the WYLEANER show. I want to welcome everyone. I want to welcome everyone that has tuned in to the WYLEANER show today, tuned in to find out what this show is really going to be about. And if I tell you it is going to be something that is so unique to you, believe me, it is. And I want to, before I go really into all this, talk, because if it's anybody out there that know who I am, they say I got the gift for gab, and yes, I do. I can talk. So, but right now, before I really get too deep, I want to say thank you to KKVV radio station 1060 AM Las Vegas for having the WYLEANER show right here on this station. And we are relaunching the WYLEANER show, and it is an exciting day for us today. And you are tuning in to the show. If you're tuning into the show right now, I want to welcome you, every one of you who are watching on WYLEANERTVShow.com, on Ustream, and whoever is listening right now on the radio, in your car, on your iPhone, on your iPad, whatever you got, Well, anyway, there's so many things you can listen on, so, I mean, what can I say? I tell you, I can't keep up with all the technology today, so I just want you to know I'm so happy that you came to tune in and watch the WYLEANER show. And I want to also say thank you to some of our supporters. We have some sponsors here. We have State Farm Insurance, Mike Whitford out there. I hope he's listening somewhere, and you guys are going to hear more about him in just a little bit. And J.D. Byrod and Mercedes Thibodeau, you're going to hear a little bit more about her. And I want to also give a special thank you out to Jimmy from Jimmy's Market. Let me tell you, Jimmy has got some fish over there on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. Woo! Lord have mercy to make you want to hurt somebody. I tell you what you do. Go over there to Jimmy's and see if you're in Las Vegas. Now, if you're not in Las Vegas and you get here, come on down. Go on down to Jimmy's Market and ask him for some fish. Tell him WYLEANER sent you. So I just want to welcome everybody for joining the WYLEANER show. And just to let you know that I'm just really, really happy that we are bringing the show back. I'm excited about bringing the show back. And it's really going to be a wonderful thing here. It's going to be more unique than what you've ever seen before, okay? And I'll tell you who I am. I am WYLEANER. Oh, I didn't tell you that before? I'm going to tell you again. Yes, I am. I am WYLEANER, and I tell you, I am the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel, and I have that title because I'm a singer also. I've sang all over the country, and a lot of years right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, okay? And so now and a lot of people pattern me after the late, great Mahalia Jackson, who was the queen of gospel music. And that's an honor, I tell you. It's a tremendous honor. And so what I want to say to you about the show previously aired on KYRK TV 35 back in the early 2000s. And it was a great show. It was on for about 2.5 years, and people loved it. And by popular demand, we are bringing the show back. And and we are excited about that. And what we do here on this show is we talk to different religious leaders for different denominations and about what they believe and what they teach, and some are believers and some are non-believers. I mean, whatever you want to believe, that's on you. You have your choice of what you choose to believe. Everybody can choose to believe what they want to believe. And just want you to know that some people say I'm crazy. Well, you're right. Yes, you are right. I am crazy. But, honey, let me tell you, I'm excited about life. Some say I act like I'm drunk. Well, I want you to know, no, I don't drink. But I tell you what, I'm high off of life itself. And I am so happy to be alive and well and able. I've got so many things to be thankful for. And what can I tell you? I live a life of being excited. And it don't bother me when people say, that she crazy, that lady crazy. Because you know what? Sometimes I just kill myself. And I tell you, that is the truth. So I'm going to keep this show exciting for you. But you are going to learn on the WYLEANER show. You are going to learn in the midst of the excitement. Believe me, there's going to be some learning going on here because you're going to find out what these different people teach and what they believe. Because this show is designed to bring out the information to the forefront in relation to all the different denominations and all the different teachings. And we're going to get into some of those names in just a little while. But I also want to give a shout out. When you're on the radio, you got to give shout outs. Even when you're on the internet, you got to give shout outs. So for people that's watching and people that's listening on the radio, I want you to know that my shout outs going out right now to my husband, honey. His name is Charles. Yeah, I'm married. For those of you who wondered if I was married, yeah, I got a husband, so get your mind off of me. And that's what he would tell you, too, because he loved him some WYLEANER, honey. So anyway, I want to say hello to my husband, Charles, and then, too, I have some beautiful, beautiful children. I want to say hello to my son, Al, and my oldest son, Antonio, and I want to say hello to my beautiful, beautiful daughter, Samantha, and their beautiful wives. My two sons had two beautiful wives, Cherie and Suzanne, and they have the most beautiful, me. They got my genes. I want y'all to know they got my genes. I have the most beautiful grandchildren in the world. I have 6 of them, 3 granddaughters and 3 grandsons. And if I tell you, my grandsons, Isaiah, Elijah, and Zucchini. Yeah, Zucchini. Zacchaeus is his real name, but we call him Zucchini. And then, of course, I have Alexis and Samaria and little Charlie. Anyway, little Charlie's name is Italia, but we call her little Charlie. So anyway, I just want to say hello to my family out there. I love everybody. And I have even a big, huge family. I tell you, it's so many. I have so many family members. I can't mention all of y'all, but I want all of y'all to know, my sisters, my sister-in-laws, my brothers, everybody. I want all you know that I love you. Okay, that's it for the family. So much for the family. Now, let's talk about the changes that the WYLEANER show is going to be making. We're going to make some changes to the WYLEANER show as opposed to the way it used to be when it was on the air before. This time around, we have co-hosts, okay? We have co-hosts. So, from time to time, you will see someone else sitting in with me to assist me in talking to these various denominational people and ask them questions too, because everybody got questions. You know what? Let me tell you something. I know that you all have questions. Don't sit there and think, okay, no, I don't have no questions about. Look, if you're in this world, you have questions in relation to what the people teach and what they believe. There's so many different denominations out there. And I'm sure you have come to a point in life at some point to where you say, now, what do they believe over there? Or what are they doing over there in that building? And what's going on over there? Well, what are they doing? What does the Muslims do? And what do the Pentecostals do? And what do the Baptists do? What are they really teaching from? And where did they get that information from? And how did they come up with that? And what book do they use? Are they using the Bible? Are they using some other book? What do the Mormons believe? I mean, come on. We have hundreds and hundreds of denominations out here. We want to know. Guess what? Inquiring minds want to know. We want to know exactly where did you get it from? How did you come up with that? Are you using the Bible? Are you using another book? What is your, what? Come on, help us out here. Help us out. Let us know where you're coming from with this information, because we have really got to know, okay? We have a right to know. And even there's people that are in it. You might be in the Pentecostal church, or you might be in the Baptist church, or you might be in the Muslim denomination, or you might be in the Baha'i denomination, you might be in Judaism, you might be in Buddhism, you might be in Jehovah's Witness. Who's to say what you're in? And you may be a little lost yourself. You may not even quite understand yourself exactly where it all started from. Okay, so that's what the WYLEANER show is going to do for you. It is going to bring out the information as to where these denominations started. As much as we possibly can, we're going to bring those leaders on. Now, I want you to know this is not the Jerry Springer show. Not knocking Jerry Springer. Oh, boy, I tell you, that Jerry Springer is something else. But anyway, I don't want to get myself in no trouble talking about Jerry Springer on the WYLEANER show. But I want you to know this is not the Jerry Springer show. We're not going to fight here. Okay, we're going to talk to people with respect, and we're going to respect what you believe. We're going to respect what you teach, but we just want you to come and talk to us and tell us about it. If you're a leader and you're standing up there and you're telling people every week, every day, every Saturday, every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday, whatever day you worship, or whatever day you do what you do, whatever it is that you do, we want you to come and talk to us about it. You're telling your people, so tell us too. Tell our people. We got viewers, we have listeners, and they want to know. They want to know exactly what's going on. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to run and go to a commercial break, and as soon as we come back, I have somebody for you that I want you to meet, and we're going to continue on with the WYLEANER show, because this is where the rubber meets the road. We'll be right back.
Listen, everybody, I am a living witness that Mike Whitford of State Farm is one of the very best in the insurance business. He is so down to earth, very considerate of your needs for your business, your home, and your car. So if you want quality treatment, you have got to go see Mike and tell him that WYLEANER sent you. You are going to love him, his service, and of course his rates. Call him today at 702-463-2400. State Farm agents are one of a kind. They understand insurance and share a genuine concern for others. State Farm agent Mike Whitford works hard every day to help people find the right products for their insurance and financial needs. From homeowners and renters to retirement planning, please call Mike today at 702-463-2400 or log on to www.mikewhitford.com and talk about which products are best for you. Get to a better state. Get State Farm. Do you have bad credit but still need a car? Tired of riding the bus or asking friends for rides? Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider may be able to help you. If you have bad credit, bankruptcies, repossessions, or on a fixed income, grab your driver's license, your last 2 pay stubs, a utility bill with your name and address on it, and $500, and head on down to J.D. Byrider at 5600 West Sahara Avenue. Don't forget to ask for Mercedes. If you have questions, just give her a call. Mercedes Thibodeau of J.D. Byrider at 702-772-6211. Mercedes will do everything she can to get you in a great car with a great warranty too. Don't forget Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider. If you are desperate for a car and a good one too, just call Mercedes today at 702-772-6211.
Hello. Now, I told you, you better go see Mercedes, and you better go see Mike Whitford over there at State Farm. All right. So listen, everybody, I tell you, I'm so excited to be back with you. If you just tuned in, don't you touch that radio dial, that button, that remote, that click, whatever it is that you got to do. Don't touch it. Stay right there, because let me tell you something, honey. You are in for a ride on a wagon that the rubber is going to meet the road on. And I want you to know that I have someone here that is very exciting for me to introduce to you. I have one of my co-hosts, and y'all don't know. You just never know what the WYLEANER show going to do. You never know what WYLEANER going to do, because WYLEANER is unpredictable. I can't even predict myself, y'all, so I know you can't predict me. My husband can't predict me either, so there it is. You got what you got. Okay, it is what it is. So anyway, I'd like to take the time out to introduce. I'm so excited to introduce to you Mrs. Elaine. And Mrs. Elaine is a native of Las Vegas, Nevada, and she believes that the family is first. She has 4 children, 1 son and 3 daughters. She has lost 1 son to cancer. Unfortunately, she is compassionate. She is compassionate toward people of cancer and death, domestic violence, and children's welfare. Her hobbies are researching and providing resources to better help her community and the people. Now, that's the kind of person that I'd like to hang out with, okay, y'all? So I want you to know that I want to introduce you to my girl here, Mrs. Elaine. Hello, Mrs. Elaine. How are you?
WYLEANER, how are you today?
I'm absolutely marvelous, girl. I am so glad that you came to sit with me and help me with this WYLEANER show and help me talk to these people.
All right. Now, I'm excited about this show myself.
All right. So, do you have anything special that you want to say right now? You know, how do you feel about
I'd like
this?
to give a holler to my family as well.
Yes.
And all my friends that is out there in Las Vegas.
Okay, now don't start calling out all them friends' names, because we won't even get off the show.
Well, I do want to call out my husband, Lawrence, and
All
my
right.
daughter, Elena, and Glenda, and my
Wonderful.
grandchildren, Mark and Alicia, and Lee, who plays football.
Oh.
And I'm just really excited about this show because this show is really needed, WYLEANER.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for being excied.
Yeah.
And Elaine, thank you for being here. And thank you to your husband, Lawrence, for releasing you for a few minutes. Mr. Lawrence, out there, wherever you are in listening land, I want to say thank you myself for allowing your wife to sit in with me and hang out with WYLEANER. I'm good people, so don't be worried about her hanging out with me, okay? It's going to be all right. All righty? So, Miss Elaine, I tell you, girl, we have got so much to talk to people about.
We really
yes,
do.
we really do, Elaine. I just can't, I can't stress enough, how much people need to know.
Yes.
People have a right to know.
And they do.
I mean, you can go to a certain area in your life, into a building, and you can say, okay, this is what I believe, this is where I am. But what do you know about what else is out there?
Yes.
I'm not saying, I'm not promoting anything. I want y'all to know WYLEANER's not promoting nothing, okay? I don't promote nothing. I'm not here to answer your questions on none of these beliefs and teachings, because I'm not the leaders. Okay, I'm not the leaders. Neither is Miss Elaine. We are not leaders, and so we want you to know that. But I want to say something real quick, Miss Elaine. I want to kind of talk to the callers really quick here, because it looks like we got a caller on hold right now. So we want to go ahead and give a little bit of an instruction here to the callers. When the callers come in, the phone lines will be open, and when you call in, please don't hang up if the lines is tied up, because honey, we plan for the phones that all the lines to be tied up here at the radio station. We hope they don't have no lines left open when we get done. So we want you to call right back if the phones are tied up. But I want you to understand, when you call in and we have the leaders here and you're talking to them and you're asking them questions, you don't have to agree with them. Okay, you have the right to disagree. All I ask of you calling into the WYLEANER show is just do not be disrespectful. Okay, when you call in and you talk to a leader, whoever that leader is, ask them questions. If you heard something, if you heard that was a cult, or you heard that they pour water on people, or they pour milk on folks. I mean, I don't care what you heard. Ask them. That's what the show is about. We want you to ask questions, okay? But just be respectful to my guests, because if you're not, we're going to introduce you to a new clique, okay? And that is a hang up. We're going to hang right up on you. I don't have no problem hanging up the phone on you if I think you're being disrespectful to my guests, okay? So for right now, it looks like we have a caller on the line, and we're going to open up the phone line so that people can call in and just talk to me and Miss Elaine right now. And when you call in right now, just talk to us and give us your feedback. Ask us any questions that you'd like to ask, and give us some suggestions on some denominations that you think you would like to hear more about, so we can find out if we can get those leaders in here and let you ask them questions, okay? So let's take this first caller and see what this caller is talking about. Caller, wait, let's see if the caller is on the air right now. Let's push that. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, is that caller on the air? Is the caller on the air? Is it on hold? Okay, we're trying to figure out this phone line here, so 'cause I got a cell phone. Okay, so anyway, caller, are you there? Hello.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and
I've been on the line since 1 minute before the show.
Oh, how wonderful is that?
I was trying to be the first caller, and I didn't want to be no more than the third caller. But Miss WYLEANER, you have not recognized my voice.
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. This is Mr. G. I can tell this is Mr.
Right.
G.
I'm
Mr.
the
G, you
only
in
Mr.
Las
G.
Vegas.
The only Mr. G.
Yeah, this Mr. G is calling from Las Vegas. I
That's
recognize your voice. So how are you doing, Mr. G?
I'm fine, but listen, this is why I call.
Why did you call? I hope it's related to the WYLEANER show.
I congratulate you to let you know I'm glad to hear of your new move up the success ladder.
All right.
May God continue to bless you
Thank you.
keep you in His will.
Thank you. I love it. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Mr. G.
You're my friend. We've been knowing each other over 40.
Okay, hold on, right there. Don't go putting out no years on. Don't put no years on. Don't put no numbers on that now. Yeah, leave that alone.
No, they're gonna know your age. I'm gonna tell mine.
You gotta leave that alone now. Don't get too deep with the numbers and stuff.
Well, I'm glad you're back on the air.
Thank you.
I'm glad that God is blessing you again.
Oh, yes.
And may He continue to bless you continuously.
Wonderful. Yes, I am so excited, Mr. G, and I have a wonderful brand new co-host with me, Miss Elaine.
Her name sounds familiar. I believe I know her anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. You're gonna get to know her anyway. That's for sure. If you don't know Miss Elaine, you're gonna get to know who Miss Elaine is, because Miss Elaine gonna be hanging out with Miss WYLEANER for quite some
All
time.
right. Now, I know many people are trying to get to you because I held the phone for 15 minutes. So I know everything you said up to this moment.
Okay.
Holding the line, waiting for you to beep into your callers.
Okay.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
And keep up your good work. And I don't have any qualms about whatever people want to believe. Just tell them to believe God, and what God hasn't showed them, keep on believing, and He'll show it to them eventually.
Okay, well, now, Mr. G, I'm going to elaborate on what you just said there now. There's people that don't believe God. Okay, don't believe that there is a G-O-D, capital G-O-D. There's people that don't believe that either. So,
all you got to do is hold on, and God will show them if they keep on holding.
Well,
but if they let loose, then it's all on them. It's not even on God.
Well, I mean, hey, who am I? I'm just WYLEANER. I'm just here to open up the doors and the windows and let folks know and put the word out there.
Let me put one nugget. Let me put one nugget on there.
Yeah,
if God doesn't force them, I sure can't force them.
Okay, well,
God's not going to force nobody to believe what they don't want to believe.
All right, well,
He give us your choice.
Them's your words. Them's your words.
Give us a choice. And we better hang in with our choice. But I know there's some more callers online that want to talk to you. But most of all, this is a congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for calling in, Mr. G. And we really do appreciate your support. Make sure that you continue to tune in to the WYLEANER show every Saturday at 5:02 p.m. because we're going to be coming in here with somebody different every time. All right?
I will do just that.
All right.
And your talk line is 650-5588.
Oh, it is? I guess you know that. Okay. Well, you just write on. You just write on then. Go ahead, Mr. G. Will you tell everybody what number to use to call in to the WYLEANER show? Tell them one more time for me, would you please?
Well, I certainly will. May God continue to bless you.
What's the number? Go ahead and tell them the number again.
650-5588, and that's in Las Vegas, Nevada.
All righty then.
We're
Thank you very
not the
much.
Sin City, but we are the God-loving. We are the God-loving city. Not the Sin City.
Oh, are we?
That's right. You better be.
Okay, well, that's on you, Mr. G. Okay, so we out of here, and thank you very much for calling in. We got a lot of material to cover here, so we're gonna go ahead and
go right on.
And wish you all the best. Okay.
And you know my famous last word is over.
Okay, over, Mr. G. Take care.
Over.
Thank you. All right. Okay, everybody, that was our first caller, and that was Mr. G, and he said the phone number is 702-650-5588. And we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned for the WYLEANER Show, because this is where
The rubber
meets the road. We'll be back in a minute.
Do you have bad credit but still need a car? Tired of riding the bus or asking friends for rides? Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider may be able to help you. If you have bad credit, bankruptcies, repossessions, or on a fixed income, grab your driver's license, your last 2 pay stubs, a utility bill with your name and address on it, and $500, and head on down to J.D. Byrider at 5600 West Sahara Avenue. Don't forget to ask for Mercedes. If you have questions, just give her a call. Mercedes Thibodeau of J.D. Byrider at 702-772-6211. Mercedes will do everything she can to get you in a great car with a great warranty too. Don't forget Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider. If you are desperate for a car and a good one too, just call Mercedes today at 702-772-6211. Listen, everybody, I am a living witness that Mike Whitford of State Farm is one of the very best in the insurance business. He is so down to earth, very considerate of your needs for your business, your home, and your car. So if you want quality treatment, you have got to go see Mike and tell him that WYLEANER sent you. You are going to love him, his service, and of course his rates. Call him today at 702-463-2400. State Farm agents are one of a kind. They understand insurance and share a genuine concern for others. State Farm agent Mike Whitford works hard every day to help people find the right products for their insurance and financial needs. From homeowners and renters to retirement planning, please call Mike today at 702-463-2400 or log on to www.mikewhitford.com and talk about which products are best for you.
We're back, yes indeed, and I want to say thank you once again for tuning in to the WYLEANER Show, where the rubber meets the road. And this is WYLEANER. I am WYLEANER, the Las Vegas queen of gospel, and I am here to share information with you just as sure as you born, honey. And I want to start right now. I have my girl Mrs. Elaine here with me today, and I tell you, Miss Elaine, girl, how you doing over there? You hanging with me?
I am hanging here.
You hanging with me?
Yes, I am.
Are you gonna hang with me?
I'm gonna hang.
All right, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, Miss Elaine, I have to have somebody with me that's got a strong backbone.
Yeah.
You know, you got some backbone, girl.
Oh, girl, I got plenty backbone.
No noodles, right? No noodles, right?
No noodles.
We got backbone over here.
Backbone.
That's right. These ladies.
Some greens.
That's right. These ladies over here. We want y'all to know these ladies over here that's on the WYLEANER Show. We got backbone over
Yes,
here,
yes,
okay?
yes,
we ain't no noodles, okay? So y'all better get ready to deal with us. You know, before it's over, honey, we gonna show you something on the WYLEANER Show where the rubber meets the road. You know, we gonna let the rubber meet the road up in here. Well, I tell you what, Miss Elaine, I have some information here that I'd like to kind of share with everybody. Listeners and viewers, we're here to talk about various denominations and various leaders. Now, for those of you who are watching, you saw that I put on my glasses. Well, I did that because I have to be able to see. Bottom line. I didn't tell y'all I was no youngster. You know, now youngsters, they don't need no glasses. But after you get a certain age, you gotta go ahead on and admit to it. Sometimes the eyes need a little extra help. These is cheetah readers or something they call them, cheetah readers. I guess that's what you call these things. But anyway, I want to share this information with you. It's called All Religions and Denominations in the United States, okay? We have a lot of religions and denominations out here.
Yes, we do.
And we are definitely, Miss Elaine, we are going to tap into as many of them as possible, right?
Right.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is read a little information here that I have that I found online on a website that gives you a list of denominations. Now the number that I came up with here is about 310 religions and denominations in the United States. Now that's what I came up with. Now I can't say that it's 199% accurate, but it looks to me as though it's pretty accurate. Okay, we have over over 310 religions and denominations in the United States. And the phrase under God, capital G-O-D, can mean something different. I'm reading this information here now. Can mean something different to members of approximately 313 religions, denominations in the United States, from monotheists who believe in one God in the Judeo-Christian and other traditions, to polytheists who believe in many gods, to others who believe in no God, or a God as represented by animal spirits, alien groups, or psychoactive substances. In an attempt to document all the religions in the United States, their membership levels, and their unique beliefs, we have created the chart below to detail 28 of the largest religious groups by members in America, and it provides expanded sections on 35 Christian religious denominations, 124 other religions, and 127 New Age religions. Now, in this chart, which I have in front of me, ladies and gentlemen who are viewing and listening, in this chart, the religion is defined as any specific system of belief about deity. Religion is defined, I'm going to repeat that. Religion is defined as any specific system of belief about deity, often involving rituals, a code of ethics, a philosophy of life, and a world view. Given this definition, we excluded from our results below the individuals classified in 2001 as non-religious secular, which that number totals up to be 27,539,000 adults. Agnostics, 991,000 adults, and atheists, 902,000 adults. Okay? And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot of information here that we're going to be covering on the WYLEANER show, and we're going to bring on whoever's not afraid to come on the show. I mean, if you're atheist and you want to come on the WYLEANER show and talk about what you believe, fine. You're welcome to come on the show. Okay? If you're Baptist, if you're Methodist, Pentecostal, whatever your belief is, that's what we're going to welcome you. Am I right, Miss Elaine? We're going to welcome them,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what we have here, I have a chart, and then Miss Elaine has some information that she's going to share with you as well. I have names of religions by number of members. The number one in the United States is Christianity. Christianity is the number one religion in the United States. Now, I have definitions of what these denominations are, and we're not going to have enough time to read all the definitions of all the denominations, but what I'd like to do is give you the title of the denomination, and then I will also give you the number of, I would say the typical number. I'm not going to say the guaranteed number, 100% accurate number, but the number to the best of my ability as to how many people are under the auspices of that particular denominational belief. Okay? So for Christianity, which is number one, it is 159,030. No, I'm sorry. My bad. That's why it didn't sound right to me. 159,030,000. 95.3% of Americans in the United States are Christians. Come under Christianity, one way or another, under Christianity. Okay? Then we have Judaism. Okay, Judaism. That number under Judaism is 2,831,000. Islam, 1,104,000. Buddhism, 1,082,000. Hinduism, 766,000. Unitarian Universalism, 629,000. We have neo-paganism. Neo-paganism, 140,000. Wiccan, Wiccan, 134,000. Spiritualism, 116,000. Native American religion, 103,000. Baha'ism, and that one is fairly new. Baha'ism, 84,000. New Age is 68,000, and there's several that there's about 127 groups that are listed under the New Age belief. Okay, and under there was another one here that I wanted to say under which one was that? Well, anyway, I lost it. Okay, well, I'll move on here. Sikhism, Sikhism, 57,000. Scientology, 55,000. Deism, Deism, 49,000. And I want to say something to you, ladies and gentlemen, while I'm talking. I want you to know I'm not the best at pronouncing words, okay? I'm not the best. So if you think I said something wrong, you think I got it wrong, didn't pronounce it right or whatever, said this, blah, 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 call me. Okay, call me and correct me. Taoism. Taoism, and that number is 40,000. Druidism, Druidism, and that number is 33,000. Woo! Now this is a big one here, okay? Zoroastrianism, and that one is 30,000. Here's another one, Ekankar, Eckankar, and that one is 26,000. Deism, CAO, and then a capital DAISM, and that one is 25,000. Wow, it is so many. I've never heard of a lot of these. Santeria, Santeria, is 22,000. Rastafarianism. Now, I've had Rastafari on my previous show, and their belief is very interesting. They call the Almighty Creator Haile Selassie. So we're going to learn from a lot of people here. Rastafarianism, 11,000. Shintoism, 6,000. The Druze, 5,000. Ethical culture, 4,000. Saint Matt, 27,000. And if I tell you, and I think Missy Lane has some that she's going to add to what I've said here. Missy Lane, what do you have over there? Because we got so many, y'all. I tell you, woo.
Yeah, it's a lot of them out there, and I think this is a great show that the community and the people needs to understand. There are different denominations that do exist, and this stuff is serious.
That's right.
So I do agree. I look.
Okay. Missy Lane, hold that thought. We're going to a break real quick, and then it'll be your time to talk. Hang on.
Right.
Let's go.
Listen, everybody, I am a living witness that Mike Whitford of State Farm is one of the very best in the insurance business. He is so down to earth, very considerate of your needs for your business, your home, and your car. So if you want quality treatment, you have got to go see Mike and tell him that WYLEANER sent you. You are going to love him, his service, and of course his rates. Call him today at 702-463-2400. State Farm agents are one of a kind. They understand insurance and share a genuine concern for others. State Farm agent Mike Whitford works hard every day to help people find the right products for their insurance and financial needs. From homeowners and renters to retirement planning, please call Mike today at 702-463-2400 or log on to www.mikewhitford.com and talk about which products are best for you. Get to a better state. Get State Farm. Do you have bad credit but still need a car? Tired of riding the bus or asking friends for rides? Mercedes Thibodeau at JD Byrider may be able to help you. If you have bad credit, bankruptcies, repossessions, or on a fixed income, grab your driver's license, your last 2 pay stubs, a utility bill with your name and address on it, and $500, and head on down to JD Byrider at 5600 West Sahara Avenue. Don't forget to ask for Mercedes. If you have questions, just give her a call. Mercedes Thibodeau, of J.D. Byrider at 702-772-6211. Mercedes will do everything she can to get you in a great car with a great warranty, too. Don't forget Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider. If you are desperate for a car and a good one, too, just call Mercedes today at 702-772-6211.
Hi, this is Elaine. How are you, everybody? We are back again on this show.
All right, yes, we are.
I am really excited about this information that we're giving to the community because education is so important that you understand the needs of knowing what is out there.
Yes.
And as you were
definitely.
saying, Wylene, there is some other denominations like the Black Hebrew Israelites, the Baha'i Faith. We have Church of Christ International. We have Eastern Lightning. Also the Hebrew Israelite, Hinduism, International Church of Christ, the Jehovah's Witness and Watchtower. Again, Lightning of the East. That's from China. These.
Okay.
This is from China.
Oh,
They're
okay.
from
Wonderful.
China.
Wonderful.
Okay. And then
So we stepped out of the rim of the United States for a second here,
yes,
okay?
we did. Yes,
Great,
we did.
great.
Yes, we did.
Uh-huh.
We got the Shepherd Chapel.
Okay.
And they call Swai Bulgasm.
Okay,
Again,
spell that, honey.
And that's SWEDENBORGIANISM.
Okay.
And then we got the Unification Church. We have Way of International and the World Mission Society Church of God.
Oh, okay.
Those
okay.
are some of the churches
All right.
that I
Now, a
think.
lot of those sound like they, some of those, especially like that last one that you just read, Church of God, that sounds like it comes under the Christianity, comes under the Christianity title, because there's a lot of titles that fall under Christianity, and that's one of the biggest ones in the United States, of course, and it is 159 million, like I mentioned earlier. So we've got so many. And you have something else you want to share with us?
Yes, I just want to remind the guests to call in to ask questions. Please call.
Okay. And Mr. G gave you that phone number earlier, but Miss
Right.
Elaine going to give it to you again.
That is 702-650-5588.
Okay.
And also, if you want to email us, please email us at WYLEANERTVShow@AOL.com.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay, and we're live on KKVV 1060 AM Radio Las Vegas.
Okay, and you know you can log on to the website, to KKVV's website as well, so you can watch us on Ustream on KKVV's website live. You can watch us on WYLEANER TV Show .com website live. Okay. So you can watch us all over the place, y'all. And what else you have, Miss Elaine?
Okay, on www.stream.com, www.justintv.com.
Okay. Yeah.
www.youtube.com.
All righty now.
All right.
So we look, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, we trying to let you know we gonna go viral. Okay? We're gonna go viral. The WYLEANER show is going viral. Y'all better believe it. If you don't know it, you better ask somebody, because the WYLEANER show is getting ready to be a household name. Okay? Get ready to learn. WYLEANER show. Household name. Where the rubber meets the road. Get ready to start saying that in your house, okay? Because we're going to make sure you say it. We're going to keep throwing it at you every chance we get. This is the show, Elaine. This is where the rubber meets the road. So y'all better get ready, because the rubber going to meet the road right in here. Okay.
And can I remind the
Sure.
people, too, on the contributions?
Oh, most
Because that's
definitely.
very important.
Oh, sure it
If you
is,
want
sure.
to keep this exciting show on the air.
Yes.
Okay, if you would like to make a contribution to the show to assist us in keeping it on the air, please click on the contribution button on the site at www.wyleanertvshow.com. WYLEANER.com. We welcome all contributions.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes,
we
we do.
definitely do. And if I tell you, when you contribute, you believe me, we're going to give you what you contributed for, And if you don't contribute, we still going to give it to you. So you might as well go on and contribute because we're going to bring it. We're bringing it anyway. We're bringing it. Believe me, we're going to bring it. The WYLEANER Show is going to bring it, honey. We're going to bring it on whether you like it or not. That's just the bottom line. Okay, so we're excited about this. And you know what? I always have a lot of different things that I'd like to say, when I'm on the show, and it's just so much, Miss Elaine, that we could say to people, and it's so much that's out there, and it's not even they told me once, that the hottest topics in the world, there's two hot topics in the world. Two of the hottest topics in the world, and one is politics, and what is the other one?
Okay.
What is the other one? Politics and what? Religion. That's the two hottest topics in the world: politics and religion. So if you want to talk religion or you want to talk politics, believe me, those two topics will keep somebody on the edge of their seat on a regular basis and keep them going, keep them talking, and keep them debating and going back and forth through the motions. But we're not going to debate about it, but we definitely going to put it out there. Okay, and we want you to know too that the phone lines are open. If you do want to call into the WYLEANER Show, even right now, if you feel like you want to call in and say something to me and Miss Elaine, you can do that. You can call in and say whatever you want to say to it. Well, don't say just anything now, because we're not going to put up with that. Just call. Y'all be nice when you call into the WYLEANER Show, okay? Call into the WYLEANER Show and talk to me and Miss Elaine and let us know what some of your ideas are. If there's religions out there, maybe you had some questions on a denomination that we didn't mention here, although I named quite a few, and Miss Elaine added to that. So if there's callers out there that want to know more about a specific belief or a specific denomination, don't hesitate to call us and let us know, or just call us and say hello and let us know what you think about what we're getting ready to do here with the WYLEANER Show. Miss Elaine, you look like you want to say something. Go right ahead.
And that number again is 702-650-5588.
All righty then.
Call in,
and if
everybody.
you're listening long distance, if it's long distance, looks like there's a long distance number too, and that's 800. That's 1-800-366-8883. So document that number, everybody. Document that number. If you are out there on the internet world, in land of the technology somewhere, make sure that you document 800-366-8883 to call into the WYLEANER Show every Saturday at 5 p.m. What you got to say, Miss Elaine?
I
can just tell when she got something to say.
I do have a question.
She just be looking at me.
Are you ready?
I don't know, girl. I don't know if I'm ready or not, honey. Go on, spit it out. I'll let you know after you spit it at me. Go ahead. What you got?
A question for you. Some people wanted to know, what do the rubber meet the road means?
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, honey. Let me tell you what the rubber meets the road means. It means when you get down to the nitty-gritty, down to the heart of the matter. This is it. This is where the rubber meets the road, right here on the WYLEANER Show. That's it. That's what it means. It means get down to the nitty-gritty. Get down to the heart of the matter.
Talk about the truth.
That's right.
All about the truth.
All about the truth. Whatever the truth is, everybody got a truth now. And that's one of the things also, Miss Elaine, that I wanted to say too. I wanted to say there's so many denominations and so many beliefs and so many teachings and so many people believe in so many different things, right? And Miss Elaine is one of the things that I've noticed in my world of being on this planet, Earth, and that is that everybody believes that their belief is the truth.
Yes.
Am I right?
You're right.
Hello out there in radio land, internet. I was on television before, but anyway, internet land, radio land. Believe me when I tell you, everybody believes that their belief is the truth. Okay, nobody. If you find somebody that say, "Yeah, my belief is a lie," tell me that. Okay, we're gonna take a break right now. I'm going to buy some sponges. Go, we're going to a break. We'll
Listen,
see you in a
everybody,
minute.
I am a living witness that Mike Whitford of State Farm is one of the very best in the insurance business. He is so down to earth, very considerate of your needs for your business, your home, and your car. So if you want quality treatment, you have got to go see Mike and tell him that WYLEANER sent you. You are going to love him, his service, and of course his rates. Call him today at 702-463-2400. State Farm agents are one of a kind. They understand insurance and share a genuine concern for others. State Farm agent Mike Whitford works hard every day to help people find the right products for their insurance and financial needs. From homeowners and renters to retirement planning, please call Mike today at 702-463-2400 or log on to www.mikewhitford.com and talk about which products are best for you. Get to a better state. Get State Farm. Do you have bad credit but still need a car? Tired of riding the bus or asking friends for rides? Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider may be able to help you. If you have bad credit, bankruptcies, repossessions, or on a fixed income, grab your driver's license, your last 2 pay stubs, a utility bill with your name and address on it, and $500 and head on down to J.D. Byrider at 5600 West Sahara Avenue. Don't forget to ask for Mercedes. If you have questions, just give her a call. Mercedes Thibodeau of J.D. Byrider at 702-772-6211. Mercedes will do everything she can to get you in a great car with a great warranty too. Don't forget Mercedes Thibodeau at J.D. Byrider. If you are desperate for a car and a good one too, just call Mercedes today at 702-772-6211.
Hello. Yes, I'm back, and I want you to make sure that you go over there and visit Mike Whitford at State Farm and go visit Mercedes Thibodeau, and I guarantee you, Mercedes and Mike, they're going to give you the best treatment that there is to be treated out there in insurance and car land. Believe me, you got two good people right there together. Car and insurance, you need them both. Okay. All right, so let me tell you, today, wow, the time has just gone so fast. If I tell you, Miss Elaine, the time has gone by so fast. Mm-hmm. It's like we almost out of time right now, and we want to, just kind of cut to the chase here. Miss Elaine, do you have some closing remarks that you'd like to say to the people before we get out of here? And,
yes, I do.
Yeah,
yes,
go right ahead.
I want to encourage our audience to please call in and tune into our talk show, to the WYLEANER talk show. I hear all the time they say my people perish because of lack of knowledge. It means the lack of education. Don't feel intimidated to ask questions. Why? Because the more you learn, the more you'll be able to help others.
Right.
That is the whole purpose of this.
Yes.
You don't have to be intimidated, afraid of, because we know what we believe.
Yes.
So
whatever it is.
So
right.
whatever the community, this is a program to provide services and resources for you for unanswered questions that you have carried all these years.
Okay. All right. Miss Elaine, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show with me today. And we're in for a ride, right?
We are.
We're in for a ride. We're going to ride this bandwagon. We're going to ride this bandwagon, and we're going to let the rubber meet the road right here on the WYLEANER show. Okay, so listen, everybody, I just want to say at the end of my show, I always say study for yourself. Study for yourself. There's so many different teachings and beliefs out there. You will be confused. Don't wait and depend on somebody else to tell you what is right or what is wrong or what you should believe. Study for yourself, because this is something that you need to do for you. You owe it to yourself to study for yourself. You owe it to yourself to do what you think is right, because it's only you that's going to have the answers to you. Whatever the answer is, you're going to have to deal with it. Okay? And I want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you so much to everyone that has tuned in to the WYLEANER show today. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you calling in. We appreciate you watching the show on the internet. And we're going to be back here next week on Saturday at the same time, 5:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to have someone special on the show for you to talk to next week, so don't you miss this show next week. Don't you miss it no time, okay? But we want you to know that you have got to tune in to the WYLEANER show, and if you feel that you want to help this show, make sure that you make a donation, contribute to the WYLEANER show as soon as you possibly can. Log on to WYLEANERTVshow.com, and there's a donate button right there, and just make your donation, whatever your donation is, your contribution, okay? And so we just want to say thank you very much, Miss Elaine. We're going to come back next week, right? And we're going to bring somebody that's going to be extra special for everybody to talk to. We can't tell you right now what denomination we bringing on next week, but we will be back. We're going to bring that denomination, and I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy whoever it is. And get your questions ready, everybody, because this is the show. This is the WYLEANER show, and this is where the rubber meets the road. We'll see you next week.
The views and opinions of the guests on the WYLEANER show are those of the guests and are not necessarily the views and opinions of the hostess WYLEANER and or her co-host.